Symphonic black metal, a name that strikes fear into the heart of the underground. That's right, we're here to talk about my love for symphonic black metal and why I think it is one of the best subgenres of black metal, and a lot of people will start screaming and throwing their hands up. Give a bit of fisticuffs, Questy. You can't have that opinion. It's fucking gay. And I'll tell you why. It might be, but it's so fucking good. So, symphonic black metal. What is it? It's a style of black metal which incorporates a lot of keys, a lot of melody using keyboards, synthesizers to create an atmosphere. And I've already got a video on why I love atmospheric black metal, because that is my favorite genre from black metal. But symphonic is right up there with it because of the atmosphere it creates. It's such a mystical mood, and that is the name of the game, mystical. There's something about the keys and the synthesizers that kind of just add a mystical edge to all the music. It makes it eerie, makes it kind of filled with fog and just this mysticism that no other genre can create. Yeah, raw black metal I really love as well. That has like a harsh, fuzzy-like sound. Really love it. Sounds like you're in the caverns. Whereas symphonic has this kind of wispy air about it. And I understand why people don't like it. I can understand if they just like, war metal. Proper questies coming back, missing out letters. If you like war metal, and if you like just raw black metal, I can understand why you wouldn't like these airy-fairy kind of subgenres like symphonic. But I feel like the music within is so well crafted and so well done that it just elevates it to a higher art form. And I'll give some examples. So, one of my favourite bands, Nocturnal Mortum, Lunar Poetry. This is the demo album which came before Goat Horns, which again is symphonic and is amazing as well. They later went on to become more, this is still kind of pagan, but they later went on to become way more pagan with like Voice of Steel and Verity and those kind of albums, which I absolutely adore. And they still have the symphonic edges in, but this one has such a cold mood about it, and the keyboards just make it just fantastic. Like, they give it such an atmosphere and an edge that I absolutely adore it. It feels like you're in the mountains, you're in the trees, and the mist is enveloping you, and it just has such a great mood about it. And of course, let's give some other mentions. Emperor, daddies of them all, in the Nightside Eclipse. Seeing this in full in Norway. Chef's kiss. Come on, how can you not like Emperor? I got Anthems to the Welcome at Dusk as well. Fantastic. Probably one of the best black metal albums ever made. There you go, I said it. One of the best ever made. And so is this. And they're both symphonic. So stick that up your ass and smoke it. Diabolical Masquerade, you want some fun? Symphonic black metal. Nightwork is just such a ride, like a Halloween, fun experience, really catchy, a lot different to the other two that I've mentioned. And of course, Obtained Enslavement, you can't talk about it without talking about Obtained Enslavement, one of the best in the game. But there's hundreds of others that I don't have physicals of, or that I do that I haven't brought out. There's Troll, have you heard Troll's debut? Fantastic symphonic black metal. A lot of people, they say symphonic black and they instantly think Karakangra and Demi Borgir and Cradle of Filth. Those are the bands that come into the mind. Maybe Anorexia Nervosa. They're a certain style, they're in the more mainstream, but it's like saying, I like black metal, and then someone says, Mayhem, Burzum, Immortal, Behemoth. There you go. And you're like, okay, dig a little deeper though. Dig a little deeper, because you'll find gems throughout. Troll is another gem. Ancient Wisdom. Ooh! Ancient Wisdom, that's a very icy cold album, and it kind of almost reminds me of Opeth, Orchid style. So if you like that, check out Ancient Wisdom. There's too many bands. I got another one here, Odium, Sad Realm of the Stars, beautiful album. Saw them live last year as well in Norway with Emperor. Such a great set, such a great album. There's so many good symphonic bands. Covenant, the first two albums, majestic. So yeah, there's a lot of bands which make great music, and I know I just said the mainstream ones like Dimmu and Carrick and Cradle and stuff. But I love them. Look, I got a Cradle poster right there. They're one of my favourite bands. They got me into extreme music as a whole. So I have a big appreciation for Cradle. But I only think probably the first 2 albums are black metal. The rest is just extreme metal. So trying to call them symphonic black is a stretch. Principle of Evil Made Flesh, Vampire, and Dusk and Her Embrace. Okay. Those can be symphonic black, the rest just extreme, but I like it all. But that aside, I still think Dimmu has some great stuff. Stormblast for all tid. Puritanical Misanthropy, whatever it's called. The Titty album. It's great. But again, dig through the mainstream stuff and you'll find some gems like Troll. Like Troll. Go give the debut by Troll a listen, but overall the sound of symphonic black metal is just eerie, mystical, cool, creepy. It's like drifting away in Neverland. Peter Pan's ready to snatch you up. He's ready to kiddie fiddle you all the way to Neverland, motherfuckers. It is like that. It is like a fantasy fairy tale, and again, I can understand why people don't like that genre, but to me, I think it adds a sense of awe and wonder to the music, which is otherwise lacking. You know? Some of the other subgenres within this genre, is lacking the wonder and mysticism, I think. It really is. It also helps that I do like symphonic metal as well, so I like my Nightwishes, Epicas, Within Temptations. I like all those. So it lends itself well for me liking both genres. But you got like war metal, you got raw black metal as well, you got melodic black metal, which can sometimes mix in, like Old Man's Child. Has a bit of both. It could be symphonic, it could be melodic. Both great. Traditional black metal, cosmic, there's too many to name. Too many. But none of them has the sense of wonder, awe, and mysticism like symphonic black. And it's just the keys. It just adds the wonder to the music. And that is why I love symphonic black. And there's so many great bands within that I feel like if you just pass it off as the gay genre, then give it some listen. Check out some of the bands that I've mentioned today. In the comments, I'll list a bunch of my favourites. No, not in the comments, in the description of this video. I'll mention some of my favourites. So go check out every single one. If you still don't like them, I don't know, maybe you have taste. Maybe you're not me. But that is why I love this genre. So let me know down below. Are you on the side of love? Are you on the side of hate? Do you love symphonic black like me? Do you hate it? Is it too boring? Is it too fucking slow? I can imagine someone doing a video about it being boring and slow, and I'll watch it. So let me know down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.